And you're with us here at the MedPark Sports Center for the third of four games for the National Developmental Sports League Basketball Series 2025. We are still in the 25 under tournament. This is a game between the Manuel Luis Quezon University Stallions and the Quenzil Believers. The MLQU Stallions recently, their last game they won against the Seraphs 75-70. That was their first win in the tournament, 1-3. And Quenzil Believers, they are still winless in this tournament. They are 0-4. My name is Joel Parcon, alongside my partner, Coach Noy Africa, and the third member of our panel, Daniel Laguardia, bringing you the action. Coach, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, Joel. As of course, the Quenzil Believers still struggling in this tournament, but I feel like they're almost ready to break out. In their last game, they were down 20 at the half, able to get close. By the end of the third quarter, only down by 2, and eventually lost a close one, while MLQU finally getting a victory over, I believe, the Seraphs. And finally, Placido was able to break out, was the best player of that game, but RK Bailon was the hero as he got hot late from deep and able to give MLQU a victory in that game.
And this is a game that we'll see who can go up in the standings. Of course, in that last game that you mentioned, the Quenzil Believers, they just lost 96-93 against Smash Basketball, one of the top teams here in the 25 and under tournament. Meanwhile, we'll be back after a short break.
continues here at the Medpark Sports Center, Pasay City. Here for elimination round of your National Developmental Sports League. Still 25 under. Game featuring the Manuel Luis Quezon University Stallions versus the Kianzel Believers. And the starters first for the Romero Stallions. At center number 56, Sean Julian. Point guard number 1, RK Bailon. Shooting guard number 14, Gab Dino. Small forward number 11, Asi Blasido. And power forward number 54, Renzo Denega. Head coach for the Stallions, Miguel Ali Massa. And now let's give it up for Kianzel Believers. At set number 6, Christian Kamay. Point guard number 22, Reed Buckley. Shooting guard number 8, Eris Romero. Small forward number 30, Ercinisa. And power forward number 23, Joshua Villamor. Our officials for this third game, crew chief J.B. Abracande. Umpire 1, Jason Ladisla. And umpire 2, Carlo Resurrection. This game is under...
And we're just about ready to start this game between the MLQU Stallions and the Kianzel Believers. This is, of course, 25 under tournament action in the NDSL basketball series. Kianzel hoping to get their first win, and MLQU wanting to follow up that win that they got in the previous game day with another one here. Villamor with a short shot going in.
Just too easy that time for Villamor. Not even any kind of resistance from Julian.
And here is MLQU. Bailon kicks it back out. Shot is up. Too strong, but the offensive rebound, that is something that MLQU should take advantage of.
Well, easily Kianzel has the smallest front line here in the tournament with Kamay and Villamor playing the 5 and the 4.
Attacking inside, here's Villamor. Oh, pass in between Romero and Baklig. Romero for 3. No good. Oh, the tip will go out of bounds. Miscommunication there between Julian and Bailon.
Even Albert knows that he should have just grabbed the rebound. There's no need to tip it to a teammate as he had the height advantage over Villamor.
Over everyone.
Over everyone, including us two here in the panel.
Exactly. Kianzel swinging the ball around. Drop pass. Kamay missing on the undergoal stab.
One thing going for Kianzel is chemistry, because this 5 on the floor has been together easily for the past 2 to 3 years, playing for the AMA Kings. This is actually a matchup between two na ASCU schools, MLQU and Kianzel, which is mainly composed of players coming from AMA.
And a miss there by Seniza. But they still keep the ball. Baklig wanted to get it downstairs to Villamor. But a violation. Earl Seniza in their last game scored 31 points to go with 6 rebounds and 7 out of 13 from the outside.
That is just an excellent shooting display, especially in the second half for Earl Seniza. Seemed like in the first half nothing was going right for Kianzel, then they just woke up in the second half, just ran out of gas.
Reed Baklig with a steal and the fast break layup.
Talking about gas, he goes from 0 to 100 in about 2 to 3 seconds.
As that outside shot does not go. Here is Kianzel once again. Seniza. Floater. No. Villamor turning garbage into goal.
They may have the smallest lineup in the NDSL 25 and under division, but when all cylinders are clicking, just really a joy to watch the Kianzel believers.
Makes you want to believe. As Villamor will lose that ball to Placido. Placido attacks and gets the layup.
That time, you may think that not much resistance coming from Siniza, but I feel like that's a good play as opposed to giving up a three-point play. And of course, with this five on the floor, they play very heavy minutes for Kianzel, except maybe when somebody gets into foul trouble.
As Christian Gamay acknowledging the find from Romero.
I don't think anyone on the five on the floor for Kianzel even is 6 feet tall.
Their tallest player, Christian Gamay, is
The same height as Earl Siniza.
as that turnaround shot from Sean Julian goes in.
Again, for MLQU, just find ways to pound that ball inside, exactly how they got their victory yesterday against the Seraphs, being able to activate their bigs.
And that is something that they will probably need to really do also for this ball game. As Reed Baklig gets his second field goal. Baklig has not been as productive as we are used to seeing him. Only averaging less than 10 points. 8 points for this tournament.
Reed Baklig, I feel like he hasn't really taken that next step. I mean, he's had a lot of good games, flashes of brilliance, and that's exactly what the problem is. Everything is just flashes, and you could see that there's really a lot of potential in his game, and he's not getting any younger.
Takes the pass, goes inside. Nice! Find! What do you mean flashes of brilliance? I'm brilliant, period. That's what he's
I'm
saying.
flashy and brilliant. And of course, being able to drop it off to the smallest four in the history of basketball, Joshua Villamor.
Underneath, Kianzel stuffing that attempt. And here's Siniza. Over to Kamay. That pass outside, picked off. And the layup is up and in. Gabdinho with a basket.
Gabdinho, one of the more consistent offensive options for the MLQU Stallions. In the previous game, only finished with 3 points. As you see right there, it's seeing the smaller Romero able to finish and complete a 3-point play.
Score is 12-9. 3-point lead for Kianzel with less than 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We're happy that you could join us for this game of hoops on this Monday. Battle for the loose ball ends up with Siniza. Has not yet made any basket. Baklig. Drop off to Romero. Goes up against the trees and is able to draw a foul.
Well, you could say that Earl Siniza set him up to fail on that play. But then again, Romero made himself available inside the paint. So what was Baklig going to do in that play? Just keep the ball and probably turn the ball over.
Even he himself had to admit that he was going up against trees.
At least they were able to keep possession, still 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Here's Baklig. They swing it around to Villamor. Romero. Romero for three. Yes, sir!
And I think that's a part of the success of the Kianzel believers. Everyone has to step in and contribute in this first five because they really get a lot younger when they go to the bench.
As Ramos gets the second serving after the shot by Dino was blocked. And meanwhile, we've got a report from Daniel Laguardia, the third member of our panel. Daniel, take it away.
The MLQU Stallions recently got a taste of a win, and for Coach Joshua Nicolas, he's sure that this is what they needed, a boost of confidence for these players. Going against the Kianzo Believers who have an AMA core, it has been a competition between these two for years. For Coach Joshua, it's important for them to control the game and not the other way around, because Kianzo has the speed, but they have the set plays. He only hopes to execute what they prepared. With Kianzo's current lead, let's see how they will turn things around. Joel Anoy?
And thank you for that report, Daniel Laguardia. So it's confidence and control. That's what they need to exert here in this basketball game for the Stallions.
And I don't think there's anything that Kianzel brings to the table that will be a surprise for the MLQU Stallions, because this core has been intact for easily 2 to 3 years already. So it wouldn't be a surprise if Seniza suddenly heats up.
It's just a matter of being ready for when that happens. Right? It's not if it happens, it's when it happens. That basket goes in for Hubert Castro. And a steal here by Dino. Dino hoping to attack, and he will get an easy lane to the basket.
No resistance at all, as Seniza was already screened out of that play. Romero just making a business decision and staying out of the way.
Seniza at the 45. Baklig on the attack. Pitches it out to Romero. Villamor over to Seniza. Seniza needs to shoot it. Misses. Rebound by Kamay. And he will draw a foul.
And for MLQ, you cannot afford to forget to box out the claw. Chris Kamay getting that rebound.
Dino will take a break. 2 shots for Christian Kamay. The claw, as you have given him that moniker.
I don't think that's going to catch on, because we already have the claw moniker in the NBA. Very different with the way they play the game. But Chris Kamay always manages to put his claws into action inside the paint, especially on the offensive end, on the rebounding end of things.
And that attack does not produce. Neither does that for the Stallions. Kianzel. Seniza finally draws a foul. Will have the opportunity to get his rhythm at the line.
Well, this is the first time that we've seen Earl Seniza to put his head down and attack the paint. And you can see that he's added a few pounds. So that could be something that could translate as he tries to be more of a free throw seeking a wing for the Kianzel Believers.
Dare we say a free throw merchant?
I
That's
didn't
a
want to
phrase.
go there.
Yeah, that's a phrase that's becoming fast popular, especially in the NBA.
Playoffs,
Yeah.
specifically the playoffs.
That shot is up and in for JC Oliveros. Ties this game up at 17 with 23 seconds to go in the first quarter. Last shot time, 4-second shot clock and game clock difference. Romero to Baklig. Drops it downstairs, but Villamor was not expecting the pass.
And Baklig really had him faked out, as he thought Baklig was going to go up for the shot. He was trying to go for the offensive rebound. Realized too late that he was being set up.
Oh, and there's Villamor with the steal. Pass was wayward. And that's it for the first quarter. It ends 17-all. We'll be back for the second quarter. This is the NDSL Basketball Series 2025. Second quarter action is just about to begin here in the NDSL Basketball Series 2025. You're still with Joel Parcona and Noy Africa alongside our courtside reporter Daniel LaGuardia. Score is 17 all. And in that first quarter, it was Kianzel who got out early, and then MLQU slowly but surely got back into it, and we ended up with a tied score.
Well, pretty much MLQU just relying on their height advantage, scoring 16 points in the paint out of 17, while for the Kianzel Believers are more of trying to set up one another, try to force turnovers early, try to get in transition. So far, although so far it has been MLQU with more fast break points, 7-2.
And they will have first possession here in the second quarter. Placido. They get it inside, but unable to handle the basketball. And a dribbling violation, one after the other.
That was Joshua Villamor Golioso not able to get out of the way.
Here's Dino over to the corner to Placido. Dino for three. Yes, sir.
As we have a changing of the guards for the Kianzel Believers, Golioso and Dawis checking in for Romero and Baklik.
And these are two newer members of the Believers. As Ceniza for three, no good. Golioso, he will try. Off the back iron, Kamay fighting for that rebound and winning it. Golioso once again gets the basket.
This is something that they need for Kianzel, an infusion of youth. And Golioso and Dawis so far in this tournament have shown that they have the potential to crack the rotation for Kianzel.
And ball will go back to the Believers. And as you mentioned, this infusion of youth is important for the Believers. Ceniza, they kick it out. Dawis for three. Bounces out. And back to MLQU.
And also the confidence being given in these young guys for Kianzel in their previous game, which they lost by 3 points. They had a chance to tie the ball game, but they chose to set up Dawis for that 3-point attempt. Even if they had Earl Ceniza on the floor, use him as a decoy. Got a good shot for Dawis, just unable to hit it as time expired.
And there's almost a steal there by Golioso, and that is an almost slam.
An almost throwdown
By Sean Julian. Dawis thought about the three. Gives it back to Golioso. They string it around. Now he's open. Still doesn't get it. But Villamor, his putback, second try on the putback goes in.
If I'm not mistaken, Joshua Villamor halfway through a double-double with 8 points and 6 rebounds already.
Dino for the jumper, no good. Julian, he will need to assert his dominance more underneath.
Because there's really no one who can match up with him height-wise.
We said that in the previous game. No one can match up with Clint Manzano right now. No one can match up with Sean Julian. Dino for three. Off. Ball drops into the hands of Sean Julian.
He's not only bigger, but he's also luckier as the ball just fell into his hands on that play.
Another miss by Kianzel. And MLQU on the run. Bailon is fouled by Golioso.
Really, that's the problem for Kianzel. Whenever they go to the bench, there's really a big drop-off, especially on the experience side, as you can see right now, the Stallions making the run with Baklig and Romero on the bench.
Placido missing on the corner three. And here's Kianzel once again on the run. Shot is up, no good for Del Rosario. Dino to the corner. Bailon for three. Yes, sir.
Let's see if Bailon can get hot early, as it took him all 4 quarters before he heated up in their victory over the Seraph.
Kamay. Oh, nice spin move away from Julian.
Just imagine if you could have given at least 3 to 4 inches to Chris Kamay. Would be a very serviceable big.
Precisely.
Well, he is serviceable.
He is
as
serviceable
it
as it is. Placido with another try. Still nothing going. Julian gets the offensive rebound. Hook shot. No. Ball goes out of bounds. And it will go to Kianzel.
Well, I would like Julian to be a little more aggressive as opposed to settling for that hook shot when he has at least an arm's length advantage when he goes up.
Aggressiveness and a little bit more patience.
Besides, Chris Kamay, sometimes he chooses to just preserve his fouls as opposed to, aggressively trying to contest the shot inside.
As Bailon overshoots. On the other side, that is Renzo Deniega with the offensive rebound and the putback.
Right now, the bigs of MLQU having a field day on the offensive glass.
As Del Rosario got surprised by the sudden appearance of Sean Julian right in front of him.
Well, at this stage for Kianzel, I don't think they should be surprised with the appearance of the bigs of the Stallions. They're gonna be there all the time as Julian finally gets a breather.
Hubert Castro checking in for him. Sean Julian with 8 points. From the corner, yes, her.
Well, the thing with the Kianzel believers, they will stick to the game plan. They will keep on moving that ball in the perimeter, especially when you play zone, waiting for an opportunity to steal the ball like this.
Ill-advised pass to the post.
And that's why when you're playing Kianzel, no lead is safe. You may be blowing them out, and all of a sudden, before you know it, they're right back in the game.
Dino asking for it. He had been asking for it since the previous play, and that's why.
Excellent shot maker, creator for the Stallions, but needs to be more assertive also on the defensive end.
And here, once again, are the believers. That shot by Dawiz just rolls out.
What you like also about Kianzel, they recognize when somebody gets hot and they continue to set them up and feed them the ball.
Just like this guy. Let's see if that goes in. Oops, spoke too soon. Dino's shot is off the back iron. Here's Seniza on the attack. Seniza, the layup is up, too strong. Villamor with another offensive rebound.
And I thought Chris Kamay blocked the putback attempt of Joshua Villamor that time.
Oh, he will go to the line for two.
So far, no relief job for Villamor and Chris Kamay. Even Earl Seniza has already taken a breather.
Kamay gets the first free throw. Do you think they can afford to rest Villamor and Kamay?
They're going to have to take turns, I think.
And it is a 3-point lead for MLQU with 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Here's Dino. Drop pass. Nice spin. Gets that foul from, that's number 44, J.D. Sayat.
Foul number 44, J.D.
Well, that's good use of a foul. It's only their first team foul.
Here's the rest that you were looking for. Martinez checking in for Christian Gamay. Probably half an inch taller than Christian Gamay. Still not that tall. As the ball will go back to the orange shirts. Bailon will check in for Dino.
Also, I'm not sure how much experience Martinez has playing the 5 for a small ball lineup like this. Not as much as Chris Kamay.
Dawis for 3. He's fouled and he gets the shot in. 4-point play opportunity for Dawis. Let's take another look at that shot. Got free for a millisecond. And they will review this play to see if De Guzman gave up a landing spot foul. Probably.
Well, they both took off. And De Guzman landed earlier. And Dawis ended up stepping on his foot.
Let's see what our technical committee can figure out. No, that was a quick review. After review, as the three-pointer is called, it is a regular foul.
Well, again, I think it's due to both of them being up in the air. It just so happened that De Guzman landed earlier, so you couldn't really establish the intent of being able to plant your foot and impede the landing action for the shooter.
One question I have, though, is that do you still call it a pushing foul when he used no hands? Or do you call it a nudging foul?
I think you just call it a foul.
You can call it a personal foul.
A regular foul, as opposed to an unsportsmanlike foul in that situation. But yeah, Dawis did complete that 3-point,
4-point play.
4-point play.
And MLQU gets the lead right back. This is a very competitive ball game. Dawis wanted to make it 2 for 2, couldn't do so. On the rebound, foul will be called on Martinez.
I'm just wondering because right after that attempt, Dawis apologized to the bench. Who is he apologizing to?
His teammates.
No one even acknowledged it. Well, I feel like that's a good shot, mainly because of the concept of the heat check. That Bailon is, I think, starting to check the temperature in here. Well, it's very hot.
It's very hot. Although I did get a sense that it might rain.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. That rain cloud has long moved past. As a foul is called on the floor. Much to the disappointment of the coaching staff of MLQU. Villamor kicks it out to Baklig. Goes up for 3. No. Rebound drops to Bailon. Gives up the ball to De Guzman, but he is called for steps.
Probably should just have gone up straight and probably gotten a foul.
23 seconds to go in the second quarter. 5-point lead for the Stallions. Baklig calling out the play. Dawis pulls up. Too strong. Time for one last shot. Here's Bailon. Nice pass. Extra. I don't know if that might have been too much. As that shot is blocked by Martinez. And at the half, the score is 38-33 as we take a look at the move of the half. That eye in the sky play. This was a beautiful move. De Leon and Ramos connecting on that shot. That is the move of the game. We'll be back for the second half. The score is 38-33. This is the NDSL Basketball Series 2025. At the half, the score is 38-33. It's a competitive, tight ball game between the MLQU Stallions and the Kianzel Believers. You're still with Joel Parcon and Noy Africa on the panel with Daniel Aguardia on the sidelines. This is NDSL 25 under basketball as Baclig misses on the first incursion of the second half.
Well, in the first half, the MLQU Stallions shooting better from the field, 46% against 34% for Kianzel, and that has been mainly because they've been getting a lot of points inside the paint. 26-20 advantage. We have one player in double digits for Kianzel, Joshua Villamor with 12. And you've got Gabdinho and Sean Julian both with 10 points each for the side of MLQU.
And we will see if Earl Siniza can get his game going here in the second half. He was hardly there in the first half, as the Guzman gets a jumper.
And even Reed Baclig only has 4 points in the game.
And those 4 points he scored early in the first quarter.
I think that's also one of the things that Reed Baclig has to work on. He has to be productive for at least a full 40 minutes of the game, as he tends to take a lot of possessions off for his team, and he is one of the leaders of this team, and he needs to be more aggressive offensively.
As De Leon off the bank 3. Sorry, De Guzman.
And I like how he acted like he did that on purpose.
Baklig thought about responding. Gets it downstairs to Villamor. Ceniza waiting at the wing. 3 is short.
Right now, Kenzel needs Ceniza to replicate that performance. Last game finishing with 31 points on 7 out of 13 from the three-point area.
And tipped from behind by Reed. Baklig was that dribble. Chance for them to get closer. And that's De Guzman also tipping the ball from behind. A wild shot there by Oliveros. Here's Ceniza. Easy layup.
Very subtle, but the screen of Kamay not allowing Castro to help out on that incursion. Easy 2 points for Earl, the Pearl Ceniza.
Here is Oliveros once again. Gets it back to the top. Castro looking for options. Gets it to Bailon. Corner. De Guzman pulls up from mid-range. No good. Villamor corralling another rebound.
I believe he already has a double-double with 12 and 10.
Something you don't necessarily expect from a player the height of Joshua Villamor, but something he regularly does for Kianzel.
What you like about Villamor, he's very selective with his shots, and his teammates, he makes himself available. That's why his teammates very ready to feed him the basketball.
Here's De Guzman. They get it to the corner. And that is blocked. No, a foul called on Christian Kamay. And who gets the call for the review on the side of Kenzel?
That was a clean block upstairs. Chris Kamay, that's only his first personal foul. He's usually in foul trouble, and I think he has already learned on how to preserve and conserve his fouls.
Meanwhile, we've got a report from Daniel. Daniel, what do you have?
With a close game, the Kianzo Believers acknowledge that they need to tighten their defense. And while they had a great start in the first half, they are also aware of their lapses, such as relaxing and being complacent at the time. Now at the second half, they aim to make up all the lapses made by focusing and sticking to the system that will lead them to a good result. Joel Anoy?
And that system will get them to where they need to be if they're able to execute it. And here is Dino with a layup.
Talk about falling asleep on defense. No one there to get back down to try and stop that transition offense for MLQU. Now a 7-point advantage.
Of course, the system is not only the plays that you set, but also the defense that you play with. As Christian Kamay with a Rudy Gobert-ish shot or Isaiah Hartenstein shot.
It's like Jalen Brunson finishing like Rudy Gobert.
As Gabdinho gets it to Hubert Castro. At the corner is Bailon. Wow, skip pass to Placido. Back to Dino, and that ball is stolen by Baklig. Golyoso with a free lane to the basket.
Cannot afford to be careless, especially with the guards waiting to pounce on those weak passes.
I'm out on the floor. We'll be back. As we take a look at some highlights from the Kianzel Believers. They are keeping this game close. They already had the experience of coming back from a huge deficit. They just need to get all cylinders firing in order for them to get that first win in this NDSL tournament.
And of course, Reed Buckleague does not only need to get involved offensively, but whenever he's like that, disrupting the offense of the opponents and reading those passing lanes, he becomes a one-man ball hawk for the Kianzel Believers.
Here is MLQ. Let's see how they will respond to this attack by the Believers. Ramos misses on the jumper, and that's how they respond. They send their big man, Sean Julian.
He has been providing some stabilizing buckets for the MLQ Stallions, doing nothing fancy, just fundamentals.
Already with 12 points on 6 out of 7 shooting.
Joshua Villamor tried to attempt a put-back dunk in that sequence.
Christian Kamay heading back to the line for 2 after being fouled there.
I feel like whenever I watch Kianzel play, my biggest what if is what if Chris Kamay was about 6'3" to 6'4". Because he does a great job protecting the paint, and just getting those rebounds, being the big man for this very small lineup for Kianzel. Same also with Joshua Villamor too.
Same, yeah. Just give them a couple inches. And this Kianzel Believers team. But then again, it goes back to the philosophy. I'm not sure what kind of philosophy the Kianzel Believers have. It might have something to do with really just playing small ball. As Earl Ceniza is able to box out Asi Placido on the way to the hoop.
I've always thought that Coach Mark Herrera is behind this program, and whenever Coach Mark Herrera plays small ball, he plays small ball with steroids.
Yes, of course. It's not just a matter of playing small ball, but play it to the hilt. Dino gets it to Bailon. Placido, his game has not gotten off here, but this guy, Villamor. Air Force Villamor.
The runway is open at Villamor.
We can't call him Villamor Air Base because that's a little too big.
Maybe we can call him the Villamor runway.
There you go. As Dino will fire from behind the long line. No good. Placido, still nothing going from the field. But inside, Sean Julian.
I mean, I don't see the point in settling for those outside shots, but if it leads to second chance points for Sean Julian, why not?
Ceniza using his weight. But he will be called for the traveling.
Well, he knew already when the foul wasn't called, he knew that he traveled.
He was asking for help from the referee to call the foul.
So far, it's been very quiet, but you know that he can really just get hot.
And Asi Placido exchanging traveling violations with Earl Ceniza.
After a breakout performance in their previous game, Asi Placido still at 2 points.
So more or less, he and Earl Ceniza, players that both teams look to for points, are canceling each other out with their non-performance in this ball game.
Both coming off big games, have canceled each other by being non-existent on the offensive side.
Ceniza against Dino. The slight nudge to free himself up. No good on the elbow jumper by Lon. On a rush. Dino for 3. Short, but Bailon is there to pick up the loose ball. Pass is a little too long, but Placido is right there. Bailon for 3. No, but Sean Julian with another rebound and another putback.
Well, I feel like they're not running their offense through Sean Julian, but them taking the shot from the outside is almost the same as giving an entry pass inside.
And that last shot by Villamor was blocked by Placido. Here are the Stallions. Placido attacks. He's blocked by Villamor. Gets a second serving. That was another block by Villamor, but there was a foul that went along with it.
I feel like it's not really the way to attack the defense, the small front line of Kianzel, to try and attack it off the dribble. I think you can just dump it inside to Sean Julian and make your lives way easier.
As Placido gets the first from the line, his first free throws here. Misses on the second. But the ball will stay with the white shirts.
Great effort from Renzo Denyaga to fight for that basketball and earn another possession for MLQU.
Here's Bailon. Shot is up, no good. Rebound. Here's Julian once again. Went for the scoop hook shot.
Well, again, those outside misses, the long rebounds keep going to Sean Julian.
10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Baklig kicks it out to Ceniza. They swing it around to the opposite side. Golioso will pull up. Too strong. And that's it for the third quarter. MLQU with a 4-point lead heading into the fourth. Kianzel, can they make us believe? Can they make a good ball game out of this? We will find out. This is the NDSL Basketball Series 2025. Fourth quarter action just about to start. 4-point lead for the Stallions over the Believers. Let's see who can put up a finishing kick strong enough to propel themselves to a win. Bailon to the corner. Placido for three. Still nothing going for Placido. Golioso, nice pass to Dawis.
Well, that's one of the problems if they fall in love with the three-point shot. The Stallions are giving the opportunity for Kianzel to get those long rebounds, and that can easily initiate the transition offense for Kianzel.
As another steal here by Reed Baklig for the fast break layup.
Talk about Reed Baklig getting engaged defensively, getting that steal and the basket. That's now 5 steals in the game for Reed Baklig.
And he knots up this ball game at 53. Here's Julian. They finally drop the ball down to him, and he's fouled by Kamay. Holding foul called on him.
Sean Julian already with a double-double. 16 points, 10 rebounds. May seem to be automatic, but actually out of those 10 rebounds, 8 coming from the offensive glass. As he misses from the perimeter, I don't see why he should be taking those long twos.
Seniza drops it off to Kamay, and Kamay wisely faking and drawing that foul from Julian. You also don't see why he needed to jump on that block attempt.
Although that's only his first personal foul. Didn't need to leave his feet.
And he was surprised that he was called for the foul there.
Chris Kamay in this game with 12 points and 6 rebounds.
It has been Kamay and Villamor, the front court, surprisingly, well, not too surprisingly, leading the team.
Combining for 29 points and 19 rebounds. I mean, that would be monster numbers for one player. But for this small front line, still equally impressive. As Joshua Villamor actually getting some rest now.
We're sure that he will be reinserted into the lineup long before this game is done.
Well, actually, in the first 3 quarters, Joshua Villamor rested for a total of 37 seconds. And I think very well deserved that he gets a breather here.
As Dawis, the line was good, but it was a little too strong. And Kamay contesting that they should have retained the possession.
And that's really their biggest problem. They cannot. Oh, they finally get
they
a
can,
challenge.
yeah.
Yeah. So technically, anybody can ask for a challenge for
On
them.
on
bench.
their bench.
And I think Eric Romero was the one who asked for it. He does have some coaching experience, especially with the youth teams of the Mandaluyong squad in another league. Good challenge.
The challenge is successful.
I don't think we've seen Eric Romero in the second half. I think he has really taken
Coaching duties.
coaching duties. As you see right there, Kamay. Okay, yung huling kamay kay De Guzman.
They swing it around. Golyoso. Back to Baklig. Baklig attacks, kicks it out. Dawis open for 3. Again, the line is good. It's just the strength of the shot.
So far, 2 out of 8.
As Asi Placido finally knocks down a jumper.
Seeing a lot of 5s on the scoreboard now. 55 all.
Baklig over to Golyoso. He will knock that down.
Of course, you know that Kianzel will live and die by the 3.
They are now up by 3, 58-55, with 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. De Guzman kicks it out. Dino from the corner. Yes, sir!
And if there's a player from the Stallions who can go tit for tat from the outside with Kianzel, it's Gab Dino.
Seniza, you know that he's thinking about that 3, but he will attack. The shot is up, and he will draw a foul. It will be on De Guzman.
Since Earl Seniza is struggling from the perimeter, good decision for him to try and put his head down, attack the middle right there, because eventually that's going to open up opportunities for the shooters.
As we see these back-to-back triples from Golyoso and Dino. It's a 2-point lead for Kianzel. 6.5 minutes to go in the 4th. Here's De Guzman over to Dino. Gets a screen from De Guzman, but the pass a little wayward. Jumper is up and in for Laura De Guzman.
Laura De Guzman has been, quietly has been a factor in this game now with 7 points.
Golyoso, that 3 is off.
with the game this close, I believe that this sets a stage for a Ceniza explosion for Kianzel, and maybe for MLQU. I still think their best option offensively is getting that ball into Julian.
But that time he's called for the loose ball foul, erasing Joshua Villamor from the picture.
I don't even see the point in trying to erase Joshua Villamor, who is easily maybe 5 to 6 inches shorter than he is.
Baklig will set the table up. Here's Ceniza at the 45. Will go inside, draws another foul, and will troop to the line for a pair.
If you're Kianzel, whenever you get into clutch situations, at the very least, you know that you have that go-to guy, someone who will create, although more often than not, he looks to set himself up. But Earl Ceniza, really a very capable scorer, and given the chance, will be able to find open teammates.
2 for 2 from the line is Earl Ceniza, giving the lead back to Kianzel. Hopefully, this will lead to him creating more and being successful in his shot creation. Placido on the other side. Again, another steal by Reed Baklig. Dolioso back to Baklig up top. No look pass to Villamor. Villamor fakes. Goes up. No. Kamay missing there. Here's the Guzman for the Stallions. Bailon for 3. Too strong. Kamay controlling that rebound. Ceniza. The pass was a little too strong. Baklig. Drop pass to Villamor. Villamor fades away. Yes!
That's a tough shot, but whenever you see Reed Baklig go inside the paint, it seems like he knows exactly where Joshua Villamor is. It's not even need to look anymore. And even Joshua Villamor expects the pass to come to him.
And that is another rebound by Kamay. Here's Ceniza attacking the defense of Placido. And he will get a layup as the Kianzel Believers are now up by 6, 66 to 60 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Let's take another look at that fadeaway jumper from Air Force Villamor. And this attack, Earl Ceniza finally getting something to go from the field. We'll be back. With 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, the score is 66 to 60. It's a 6-point lead for the Kianzel Believers. Joel Parcon, alongside my partner, Coach Noy Africa, bringing in the action. And Daniel Aguardia giving us more insights from the sidelines. As Ceniza, that layup, he babied it a little bit. They had a prime opportunity there.
He is left-handed and tried to switch to the right.
Dino for 3. In and out, but Julian, missed on the putback. Finally, Dino gets it on the second try.
Again, the value of that offensive rebound, even if Julian wasn't able to make that shot, that gave another opportunity for that reload for Gabdinho.
Ceniza for 3. Yes, sir, finally.
he got his rhythm, getting all of those layups off. And that's going to be a big problem for the Stallions if Earl Siniza just heats up.
Oh, and Sean Julian called for the traveling. Picked up his pivot foot before putting the ball down on the floor.
He hasn't had any success whenever he gets that ball outside the paint, outside his comfort area, which is pretty much around the basket.
Here's Bucklig. He has settled into a facilitator's role for this game. That shot a little too strong for Dawis, but Seniza is there. Tried to fish for a foul, didn't get it. Here's Placido. Oh, that pass was off, and they will give the ball right back to the Believers.
And on a fast break opportunity going 4-on-2, you do not pass the ball behind you. It's always supposed to be at least laterally still in front of you.
We're in the twilight zone. Here's Seniza. Gets it inside to Villamor. Oh, lost the handle on that shot, but Kama is there for the putback.
Well, I feel like if you're gonna give props to this front line of Kianzel, you have to take them collectively because they've been very effective together, both Kamay and Villamor.
Dino misses on the three, but there will be a violation there as Dawis had not established himself on the court before tipping that ball.
I feel like he saved a possession there because of if Dino was able to get that, he would have been wide open for a three. Oh my.
Here's Reed Bucklig with another steal and another layup.
That's what, 7 steals now for Reed Bucklig.
And he is showing he's more than a scorer as Dino gets it off the bank.
That's a very mature shot. One dribble pull-up using the backboard.
Seniza pulling it back. Gets it to Bucklig. Kamay. They get it to Seniza in the wing. And they get another possession. 8-point lead for them. MLQU needs to amp up the pressure and get this possession. Oh, almost a wonderful play for Villamor.
I like the audacity in Joshua Villamor to still be able to make that attempt.
As that miss by Dino may have been the last chance as Seniza gets that layup.
Just crazy how Reed Bucklig able to find Earl Seniza. He really has eyes at the back of his head, even on the left and right side of his head because of the way he's been reading the floor.
360-degree vision for Reed Bucklig.
It would be good technology for any automotive company. Put that kind
But
of
that would be difficult for any driver if you see that. As Julian will get another layup.
Julian has been very impressive in this game, but it will come in a losing effort. I felt like they didn't really trust him enough that he could carry his team to a victory as his teammates continued to jack up threes that eventually just failed to go down.
And so the Kianzel Believers finally get their first win, taking this game 75-67 over the MLQU Stallions. We have been praising the front court of the Kianzel Believers, but it was a total team effort. You had the defense of Reed Bucklig, you had the outside shooting of Dawis, and you had Christian Kamay being the solid 5-man despite being undersized, severely undersized. As we take another look at this move of the game, Earl Seniza finally getting his first basket there. That is the move of the game. And Earl Seniza, an off game for him, but he pulled it out in the fourth quarter. And of course, the best player, the player of this ball game. Yet another severely undersized player at the 4. Air Force Villamor. Joshua Villamor is our player of the game, and he is with Daniel Laguardia.
Thank you so much, Joel and Noy. So first of all, congratulations, Joshua, for that amazing performance. So we're all familiar that you're the undersized team here in this match. So how did you commit to this and really get this win despite the game being so close and even producing a double-double performance of 18 points and 15 rebounds?
Tiwala lang sa kakampi saka laging go hard. Ayun lang yung puhunan para makuha yan.
So, with your team going against MLQU for years now, how did you manage to yet again win against them?
Lagi kasi namin sila nakalaban so alam na namin yung mga laro nila kaya hindi kami nahirapan mag-adjust. Yun lang po.
So you have a lot of supporters watching you right now. Would you like to greet or thank anyone?
Una po, thank you kay Lord kasi panalo kami. Tapos pangalawa po kay Coach Mike Herrera, sa family ko, sa teammate ko, saka sa mga sumusuporta sa Cancel Believers. Yun lang po.
Thank you so much, and once again, congratulations, Joshua, and to the Kianzo Believers for your win. Let's get back to you, Joel and Noy.
As our congratulations to Joshua Villamor and the Kianzel Believers for finally getting their first win in the NDSL basketball series. We take a look at our player of the game signing our official game ball, Spalding. And they will now move up to 1 and 4, tying with the MLQU Stallions. And up next, we go to 19 under action. It will be, we started today's games with these two teams at the 25 under, and we end today's games with these two teams in the 19 under. It will be Smash Basketball going up against the San Beda University. And on behalf of my partner, Noy Africa, and our courtside reporter, Daniel Laguardia, this has been Joel Parcon. We will hope to see you in the next game. This is the NDSL Basketball Series 2025, ang Liga about Atletang Pilipino.